Hi again, it's Diane. I'm back with you again, this time for December for our Tone and 10 video for Lily Girls Magazine. We're going to be working our backs, trying to even it out for the end of the year. If you're just joining us now with the Lily Girls, this year we have been going through different muscle groups of the body. Starting in January, we are going to start our year of yoga. So every month we're going to do a new piece of yoga, and by the end of the year we'll have an entire routine, hopefully, that you can do safely and effectively for a workout. But for today we're going to go ahead and do our back. I'm going to show you about 3 or 4 different exercises that you can do at home, just like you can do the rest that we've gone over at home. The first one we're going to do standing up. So this is called all kinds of different things. Some people call it good morning darling, or some people call it deadlifts, rows, whatever you want to call it. It works your back. It works the lower back. It works your glutes. Alright, so you can do this with weights. So remember, safely to pick up your weights, you bend the knees. We don't bend at the waist. So we want to use the strong muscles. So you can start here. This is also a lot easier if you have a barbell, but a lot of us don't have access to that, so I'm going to show you how to do it with free weights. Alright, so to get a safe stance, we make sure that our heels are placed directly into our hips. And girls, remember, our hips are not this wide. They're this wide. Alright, so then once we get our hips in place over our heels, we bend our knees slightly, and that gives us a nice strong stance. Alright, so what we do is a simple move. We hinge at the hip, go down about 90 degrees, and we come right back up. Notice when I'm saying hinge, is actually hinge as if somebody karate chops you right there at the hip, and it folds you over, and then we pull it back up. So you're squeezing with the glutes in the lower back. Watch the difference in a hinge and a fold. This is a fold. See the difference in my back? My spine is curved now, and my discs are being compressed. So that's the importance in the hinge. We hinge down, keeping a long spine, and then we pull back up using our glutes. So it's that nice, simple move, very, very good for the back. Alright? So then you can add a move to this, and you can row it. So once you get down, holding again with that nice, strong stance, your back is hinged rather than folded. It's a nice, long back. You can begin to pull up. And that works your upper back. Alright? So we're just pulling down and up. That's called rows. And you can do it here. You can do it sitting on a machine where you pull back. That's how a lot of people know it. The other thing you can do, you can pull here, pulling straight back, or you can work a little deeper and lift to the side. These are called your butterfly. Alright, so regardless of what you're doing, if you are going to hinge and then work your upper back, please make sure you keep that spine long, because we want to be safe. Alright, so that's your standing. Now, another one, let's see if I can do this with the amount of space I have, is a nice balance challenge added to a back workout. So, we come to all fours, making sure that our hands are underneath our shoulders and our knees are underneath our hips. Hands are in a what's called starfish position. That distributes the weight, gives you a better stance. So from here, pull the belly button of the spine so that belly's not hanging. We support our back. And then we extend. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this. So from our nice strong stance, we extend the right leg. Alright, just hip distance. So we don't want to go all the way here. Okay, because that curves your spine. So we just go straight out. And then if you want more, you can extend the front left arm. So we've got a really, really long, stretched out position. Now the thing here that you're working toward is length. So you want to feel as if somebody's pulling your leg and arm in opposite direction. If you're a little bit wobbly with the balance, so if you're here and you've got this leg out and you're kind of falling from side to side, just stick with the leg for a while. You can hold it, you can crunch it, or you can add the arm. You can hold it, or you can crunch it. Alright? The big thing there is to make sure you're going for length. Long tone muscle. That's what we're working for. Alright. So we've got that balance. Another one for your back is to go here. Got a tight space. Alright, so just like we do our hamstrings, we're going to get in that hamstring curl position. So we can go here. Alright, that's your hamstring, the back of your leg. If you want to move it up to your glute, keep that curled hamstring and push up. Okay? So nice push there in the glute. Also getting into that lower back. One more I'm going to show you is called your Superman. Alright, so from here, important to keep the elbows slightly bent. Alright, because when the elbows are bent, it makes what's called a shorter lever, so it takes some of the pressure off your shoulder. So we're laying on our stomach, we're going to face the floor, so our neck is long, so we're going to stay with a long neck, and we're going to lift and pull back. Alright, so what you're picturing there is kind of like a pull-up on the floor. So when you're pulling, you're lifting your chest and then lengthening back out. Pulling with the back. You're really going to feel that in the back. As far as your legs go, if you want to lift them, you can, but just make sure you're doing it with control. So rather than kind of jerking up and the legs coming up without you intending to do it, make sure that you're controlling that lower body. Alright? So you can bring all four limbs up, really lifting the chest and extending back out, or you can just work your upper body. Alright? So just make sure that you're being safe. Let me show you some stretches. So from all fours, for a nice back stretch, if you've done yoga or Pilates, you've probably done this stretch. We start with our long stance, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Belly button is pulled in. So on our inhale, we lift the tailbone, look slightly up. We don't exaggerate the neck, we just look slightly up. On the exhale, we fold, leading with the tailbone, pressing the back to the ceiling. So the head drops, the tailbone drops, back pushes up. Then we inhale back, lifting, that's your cow, exhale into your cat. So when you leave at that tailbone, it makes that spine do its natural curve, keeping it really safe and very effective. So you should feel a nice ab stretch right into a back stretch, making that spine really long. I'm about out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and close for today. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of something to do at home if you're needing something to work on for your back. Most important in anything that you do, please keep it safe, because you can't do anything if you're injured. Alright, I will see you hopefully in the new year and work through a year of yoga together.